Kazakhstan. In Kazakhstan, a large country located in Central Asia, suicide is a common cause of unnatural death and a long-term social issue. According to the 2011 report of WHO, of all the people reported dead due to suicide worldwide every year, 3.23% belong to Kazakhstan. In this country, suicide is a major problem, especially among young people and students. It has the highest number of suicides among girls aged 15 to 19 in the world. Nepal. Nepal, a little mountainous country in South Asia, has regularly been ranking among the countries with the highest suicide rate, but there has been a new, unfortunate trend in the suicidal behavior in this country. In recent years, there has been a dramatic increase in the number of suicide attempts among Nepalese women, with 20 women out of 100,000 people killing themselves. United Republic of Tanzania. Many of Tanzania's 45 million inhabitants suffer from various major problems including poverty, hunger, violence, lack of health care facilities, spread of HIV infection, etc., which contributes to the very high suicide rate in this East African country. Suicidal behavior is sadly frequent even among children and students, who often try to take their lives due to family problems, stress, school failures, and other reasons. Mozambique. In Mozambique, a Southeast African country occupying over 800,000 square kilometers, 310,000 square miles, more than 27 out of 100,000 local people decide to end their lives. Lacking sufficient medical care, the Mozambicans have one of the shortest life expectancy in the world. HIV/AIDS and other diseases also contribute to the extremely high suicide rate in the country, with over 3,000 people killing themselves every year here. Suriname. Suriname is one of only 2 South American countries that have ranked in this sad statistic. Populated by just over 570,000 people, Suriname is the smallest country on the continent, but its residents suffer from numerous major social as well as economical problems. Poverty, domestic violence, alcohol misuse, high unemployment, and other factors are among the reasons why more than 44 men and almost 12 women out of 100,000 Surinamese commit suicide every year. Lithuania. With a suicide rate of 28.2, Lithuania is the most suicidal country in Europe and the 5th most suicidal country in the world. Suicide has been a significant social national issue in the country for decades, with its peak in the late 1990s. Since then, the number of suicides committed every year has been slowly decreasing. Social and financial problems in Lithuania are considered major causes behind the high rate of suicide. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, a little South Asian country and home to over 20 million people, ranks among the most developed countries in this list, but it still has one of the highest suicide rate. Since Sri Lanka gained its independence in 1948, the number of people who commit suicide has been consistently increasing without any obvious causes. Hanging and poisoning are the most common suicide methods in the country. South Korea. Boasting numerous world's primacies including the fastest internet connection, super modern technologies, one of the world's best education and healthcare, etc., South Korea has a shockingly high suicide rate. All types of social pressure and family problems are the main causes of this phenomenon. Since access to firearms is restricted in South Korea, the most frequent suicide method is poisoning. Democratic People's Republic of Korea. North Korea, the northerly neighbor of South Korea, ended up even worse in this WHO statistics. The notoriously restrictive environment of the country, human rights violations, economic hardship, and stress are among the main reasons why more than 10,000 North Korean people take their own lives every year. There have even been cases of entire families killing themselves to avoid punishments by the totalitarian regime. Guyana. Guyana, a largely rural country at the northeastern edge of South America and home to about 740,000 people, has the highest suicide rate in the world, 4 times higher than the global average. Deep rural poverty, alcohol abuse, and easy access to deadly pesticides seem to be the combination leading to the self-inflicted deaths of more than 44 out of 100,000 Guyanese every year. Guyana is notorious for the ritual mass murder-suicide in which 909 people died in 1978, but the current suicide rate has nothing to do with death cults.